Hi my friends from all over the world, how are you doing today? My name is Matthias and I hope you're going to vote for me in the greenest person on the planet contest. Now, I think the reason why I'm a green guy, and you can see me wearing my favorite tree hugger t-shirt, which I got when I was doing some tree planting in Panama, the reason is I come from a little village in Germany. You can see in the picture, when I was a little kid, I had loads of snow. When I was coming home from school, I went out skiing. I had 4 months of snow without interruption. And the picture you are going to see now is my brother's kids. They are now living in the little village 30 years later without a lot of snow. They don't have 4 months of snow without interruption. They might have 3 or 4 days of snow and then the rain comes again and it disappears. I could ski all the time, they can't anymore. Something is going on with our climate, I can see it in my little village. That's motivated me to do environmental protection as part of my daily life routine and as well as part of my business, my investment, the technologies I'm working on, and I'll tell you more about that now. Now, I'm actually a German guy from Germany, but now I live in Malaysia. In Malaysia it's hot. What do you do when it's hot? Usually people switch on the aircon. But this thing, much more eco-efficient, uses a lot less electricity, or I try, when possible, if it's not too hot, even to sleep in the night without any air conditioning, without any fan on. Now in Malaysia it's not so easy to recycle your stuff because there is no existing recycling system in the domestic houses. This is what friends of mine have set up in the condo where I've just moved into. We are now working together on making this a success in the whole condo, encouraging other people to use this recycling station and then bring it to the places where you can get papers, batteries and other materials recycled in Malaysia. Sometimes it's very packed in the monorail system in Malaysia, but it still works and you can get from A to C to everywhere. I got inspired by watching recently the film of Leonardo DiCaprio, The 11th Hour. The whole notion of frugality. How can we live with less? How can we live with sufficient stuff that we have already? And I've decided now, till the end of the year, I won't buy any new clothes, I won't buy any new gadgets, I will just stay away from shopping malls and from consumption. It's not true that we need to have all of this new stuff. So in order to not fall into temptation, I have to run rather fast now. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye. This is me on my balcony looking at my book about trees, my tree hugging reality, and this is natural ventilation out here, and I will show you, if you look down into the city of Kuala Lumpur, there are not many trees left, some out here where I'm living, but most of it is concrete. So how can we as individuals make an impact on the world, influence businesses, influence governments, influence the market, which is not very sustainable at the moment, come up with new technologies? That's one of my missions in my life. Now, did you know that the world's single largest industrial contributor to climate change is the manufacturing of cement? It's about 5 to 7% of the world's CO2 emissions, depending on what statistics we believe. Some people say it's even higher, depending on how much cement China is manufacturing and producing. But this is more than the whole of aviation together in the world. Hardly anybody knows it. What am I doing about it? I've started a business together with an old friend of mine, and we are producing environmentally friendly building materials. This is our render for wall surfaces. We are working on new groundbreaking technologies. This is about only 30% of the carbon emissions embodied than a normal cement-based wall render would have. Plus, our material has much higher heat insulation, meaning that in countries where people actually apply this, which are either very cold or very hot, they don't need to use that much fuel to either heat up their building or cool it down if they live in a very hot climate. So we are working in a very focused way on innovative building materials that mainly replace cement, which is one of the biggest contributors to climate change, with alternative materials that have the same or even better performance. This is what I'm currently spending most of my time on, because I believe that unless we come up with innovative, revolutionary technologies, we're not really gonna reverse the trend of CO2 emissions out there in the atmosphere. Now, living an eco-efficient lifestyle at home in our houses is not enough. We need to do what we can to influence the world around us, because we really need a global eco-efficiency revolution. My skill is communicating with people. My skill is showing other people how you can benefit from doing good environmental practice. I've done that the last 10 years by working together with the International Network of Environmental Management, and I've served on their board for the last 6 years in trying to motivate businesses all over the world. At the same time, I give a lot of talks for schools, for local colleges here in Malaysia, and I'll show you a couple of clips of some of these events where I've tried to encourage and inspire other people to pick up the green lifestyle option on a private level, but as well on a business level.
Our suppliers can do better to have their products supplied to us in a more environmental friendly way, and we are sure that their operations are all okay.
You can make it happen. You can make it happen in your company. You can be the ones that gets a clap on your shoulders because you have delivered in a couple of months operational efficiencies through the BGAS, PNS, BS 8555 project.
Have a think about your children or the children in your family. What's their future going to be in a place where we have accelerated consumption and related emissions in an incredible, unsustainable way? The challenge is on us as individuals, as organizations, and this community here is the EMS community of Australia. You have as well a role as a community to play to ensure that we use environmental management systems not to get badges on the wall, but to drive environmental performance, to reduce our carbon footprint, to make businesses and organizations more prosperous, more sustainable in environmental terms, in economic terms, and in social terms. That's the challenge, that's the opportunity, that's something exciting to be involved in. And I just want to ask you, are you doing all you can? Are you really doing all you can? Thank you.
I want to tell you as well a little bit about my green, environmentally friendly, sustainable pension system. Now, about 3 years ago, I was kind of wondering, I live in so many different places, I don't really have a regular pension system, and I saw the opportunity of sustainable reforestation. And I came across a company in Panama, Futuro Forestal, that had a very good reputation for a professional setup, a reliable system, and biodiverse reforestation, where a wood is planted on your behalf that you can start earning money from after around 10-15 years, where small trees get taken out to give the bigger trees more space to grow, and the wood is never going to be cut down. Different species are being planted. It's a biodiverse wood, and it's selectively harvested, so you never make clear cutting, and at the same time you can get a good return from this investment. So I decided to buy 4 hectares in Panama. You can see some pictures here, and this is like a sustainable investment. I'm very happy with it. My trees are already 3 years old. They're growing very, very fast, and I'm really excited about my pension system being a green pension system. Hey, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you got some good ideas, some inspiration. The most important thing for me is actually that hopefully I was able to encourage you to become a greener person, and to look as well at how you can encourage more people to join us in becoming greener people, because we really need to work together on starting the eco-efficiency revolution. Hopefully you'll be able to participate in this contest yourself next year. And most important of all, at this point in time, click on my name and vote for me, please. Nice meeting you. all the best. Hope to see you next year in this contest. Bye-bye.